Hey friends, so you want to know how to get your life together. I get it. I know what that's like, to feel like you're absolutely stuck and you don't know what you're doing in your life and you need to get your shit together. And I know what it feels like to actually get your life together. So I thought I would give you 7 tips on how I did it and my advice on how to allow you to do that in your own life as well. So first of all, who am I? How do I know about getting someone's life together? Okay, well, so me. So I spent my 20s doing whatever I wanted all the time, being very, very selfish. But I feel like I took it to a whole other level. And along with that, I was partying, I was maxing out credit cards, I was smashing hearts, and just on a tear of self-destruction. I ended up homeless a couple times, and when I wasn't homeless, I was very, very poor. I had no skills other than retail, and I wanted more out of my life, but I had no idea how to get more out of my life. I was stuck. I had no self-worth. I felt like a pile of garbage all the time, physically, mentally, spiritually, and in active addiction. And then when I turned 30, I was like, whoa, I got to get my shit together. So I went back to school with the help of government grants, and I quit drinking and I quit smoking. I ended up getting a very good career, which I love and I'm still in. I bought a car. I have my very own husband and a happy marriage. I live in a nice, safe neighborhood, and I'm currently in the market to purchase my first home. I got my shit together. Well, that's my version of getting my shit together. That's what I wanted my future to look like. Other people's versions of getting their life together are going to look different than mine. I don't want to say that I've reached success, because success looks different to everybody. I actually wrote down some goals when I first started school, and one of my goals was to go grocery shopping without looking at the prices and put my groceries in the trunk of my own car. And then I actually did it. I think I cried. So yeah, I think I learned a thing or two about doing a complete 180 in your life and being happier. I have a YouTube channel called Addicted to Happy. So in order for you to decide what you want your future to look like, or maybe not, maybe you just don't know, maybe you just want it to just be better in general. In order to do that, you first need to look at your current life, your current circumstances and situation. Get a baseline and be real with yourself. Don't bullshit yourself, and write these down. Because 5 years from now, when you look at this list and you can see how much growth you've made, it's going to be awesome. So write down what your current living situation is, your love life, your current job, health and fitness level, your friendships, hobbies, finances, spirituality, and anything else that you feel would be important to note as your baseline. Then from that list, you can figure out what's not working for you. What sucks the joy out of your life? What aspects of your life make you feel like you are less than what you know you can be? Then you're set up to start making goals. These can be short-term goals or long-term goals. Just make some goals. Just the act of doing that will start to make you look forward to tomorrow, next month, this summer, your future. And start small. It's going to seem like it's overwhelming, of course. Setting a goal like you want to save $10,000. Okay, that's huge. Start small. Start saving $50 a paycheck, or whatever that looks like. Just start small. So do you spend money like a maniac, or are you in debt? Okay, well, book an appointment with a credit counselor. Are you in a crappy relationship? Bye. And once you start to achieve goals, you start to get more confidence, and they build, and you want to do better and better and better. That's what happened to me. Next would be to stop procrastinating. I know what it feels like. I know the trap. I'm telling you, man. You can get out of it. If you're not perfect all the time, that is totally fine. At least just try to stop being... Actually, no, don't just try. Stop it. Just stop. Stop procrastinating. Because if you let yourself continue to procrastinate, you'll feel worse and worse year after year. The older you get, you're going to feel terrible that you've procrastinated all the things in your life. Even if they're a whole bunch of little things, it doesn't matter. They add up. And you start to feel it. And you feel like crap because of it. So again, say you want to go back to school. Right now, Google credit counselors or career resource centers in your area and book an appointment to speak with somebody. Also, be careful with how sneaky procrastination can be, because you might get in the trap of just thinking about doing the thing, and you think about it and think about it and think about it, and then it leads to you not doing anything. Also, the longer you think about something and plan it and not actually do it, the longer you do that, the more of a chance that fear is going to creep in and you're just straight up not going to do it. A tip would be to use a calendar app, because if it's scheduled in, you're more apt to actually do it. My next tip would be to get rid of toxic people and bring in new good ones. Just ask yourself questions when you're around certain people. Do you feel like garbage when you leave their presence? Do you feel like anxiety before you go to hang out with them because you know it's going to be negative in some sort of way? Just straight up, do they make you feel like shit? They do? Okay, well, bye. And then start to hang around with people who make you feel good, who make you feel like you're on the right path in life, who make you feel excited and happy and full when you're around them. My next tip would be to take responsibility for yourself and be honest with yourself. Stop blaming other people for where you're at in your life and for your past. And yes, we all know that there are some situations and past things where it really was someone else's fault. Like legit had nothing to do with you. It was all of them who did all the things. I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about the majority of things in your life. Take responsibility for your actions that led to the things happening. This can be hard, oh, I know. And it takes practice, but you will get better at it. And of course, if you're not used to doing that, one way would be to really listen when people who know you tell you about yourself. Of course, only listen to them if you trust them, but really start to listen, and don't just automatically this is me. I still say this. I got to take my own advice. Don't just say, well, that's how I am and I'm never changing. Because I've said that and I did end up changing because I realized like, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll take responsibility. That is me. I can change. This is hard. It can be very hard, but you need to do this in order to grow as a human. You are in control of your life, your mind, your body, your environment, and your reactions to things. You are in control. And that's a really good thing. You have control over where your life takes you. Friggin' run with it. My next tip would be to take care of your health. It's so basic, but for real, this helps you in getting your life together is when you actually take care of your health, because your health is your life. So eat better. It doesn't have to be all the time. Just start to educate yourself around what certain foods do to your body. Educate yourself around what makes you feel good, what makes you feel lethargic, what makes you feel healthy, and just do the best that you can. And move your body. You're not getting any younger. You're going to need your body to be with you in healthy working order without pain for the rest of your life. And moving your body, exercising or just being more active in general has a major impact on your mental health. So does sleep. Oh my God, sleep is major. So ensure you're getting better sleep. The more you sleep, the healthier your mind and your body and your spirit are, the more apt you are to conquer your goals and want to strive for more and to be better. And that's how you start to slowly turn your life around and get out of your stuckness and really focus on mental health care. For instance, tell yourself things like, I'm doing my best. I'm still learning. I can do it. And never call yourself names. Seriously, never. And second to last, create new routines. A good reason to start new routines is because when you have a routine, you don't have to rely solely on willpower. It's already in your routine. It's part of like what you do. And you start to identify bad habits by looking at your current routine. So this takes time and self-awareness and really paying attention to what you do throughout the day. So for instance, are you staying up too late or eating fast food every day because you don't want to make a lunch because you're too lazy? Are you spending too much time in the morning scrolling on your phone? Okay, adjust your routine to only allow yourself 20 minutes of phone time before you make yourself get up to go to the gym or to go to work or whatever it is. And I mean it when I say make yourself. For real, sometimes you're going to have to actually force yourself to do some of these things until they become habit. So once you've figured out the bad habits, you can start to implement new ones until it becomes routine. A good place to start is to make your bed every day. And I only recently just started doing this maybe 6 months ago. Literally, yes, I'm 38 years old and I only just started doing this, but it actually makes a big difference. Like for real, whenever I walk past my bedroom and I see that my bed is made, I just feel elevated, a little bit elevated. I feel just a little bit more like grown up, and like happy and fresh, Whereas before, if I were to like come in my room to grab something and I see my bed is all messy, It just makes me feel like bleh, you know? And last on my list of tips on how to turn your life around would be to listen to podcasts. That's what helped me a lot. Well, honestly, everything on this list is basically exactly what I did to turn my life around, but podcasts were the soundtrack. I did make a video on my favorite podcasts on this channel, but it's very old and it needs to be updated. But basically, look for podcasts all about health and fitness, or sobriety and addiction, or goal setting, or motivation. I listen to Rob Dial almost every morning when I'm getting ready for the day. Just find what makes you feel like you're evolving, slowly but surely evolving. And of course, yes, this can seem very overwhelming to turn your life around. It's going to take a long time. It can seem scary and like there's a million moving pieces and you don't know where to start, and it can just feel like it's very defeating before you even start. But remember that having that feeling doesn't mean you can't do it. It just means that it's going to take a while and that you'll have many steps. That's all that means. That's okay. That's life. Life isn't meant to be very easy and straightforward every step of the way. Imagine if that's how life was. Our brains there'd be barely any folds in there, Our brains have lots of folds and lots of neurons because we have so much potential. So utilize it. So I hope this video helped you. Let me know in the comments if you have anything that you'd like to add. And thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you like this video, and click like and click the bell notification button so you can get notified whenever I upload a new video, which lately it has been every week. So remember, you can do hard things, you deserve happiness, and you are loved. I'm gonna get a haircut again. My voice is grumbly. Why? It's late. Anywho.